I'm here to discuss everything wrong with Mai versus Joey and the events leading up to it. Discussing everything the show and duelists get wrong. And knowing this show, you'll need to buckle up because this is going to be the ride of all time. But we'll also be fixing the show and showing you exactly how it would actually go down if it was to happen in today's time. With the help of Mugiwara Cody, we have masterfully reconstructed the decks used by Joey Wheeler and Mai Valentine in Duelist Kingdom and are gonna show them off in a real duel on Master Duel. Those decks and Duel are wild, let me tell you. So without further ado and no more stalling, let's get into the dumpster fire. That is Mai versus Joey. Before the duel begins, we get a bit of Joey backstory. Joey is seen taking his 5-year-old sister to the beach while he's probably at best 10, and they'd go off and have a lovely whole day at the beach. This is definitely not America. Backstory also telling us a little bit of hints that Serenity and Joey's parents are in fact getting a divorce and they will be separated for some time. Would this fact change the child endangerment laws that potentially just took place and were broken? Probably not, but we're gonna skip it. Showing that Joey is sort of a good brother in the sense that he will gladly go through an entire tournament of a game that he barely can understand to try to win the prize money at the very end just for his sister's surgery, competing with his best friend to save his grandfather's soul. Yeah, that's not going to become an issue between the two later at all. And as much as Taya sure likes to preach friendship, she sure is the worst friend I would never want to have. Constantly belittling Joey and basically saying he has no chance at all and he should just leave it all to Yugi, while Joey's saying, no, I've got this. While Tristan isn't much better, he does become a bro and help out when things actually matter. With both of them asking him if he even really wants to go through with the duel because he could lose his star chip if he does, but my question is, then why does he have it in the first place if he's not going to use it?
Go for someone easy, Joey.
Taya once again showing off absolutely no faith in her friend.
I guess I should think about what kind of field my cards are best suited for.
Genuinely shocked Joey was smart enough to think about using the meadows for his Beast Warriors. Next, we're introduced to Mai Valentine, the antagonist of this episode, and the only things we've learned about her so far is that she beat Rex Raptor off screen somehow and she's a bitch. Mai calls out Joey and challenges him to a duel, asking if he has the guts to accept, while in the next sentence actively admitting to that she knows he's the weakest duelist on the island and therefore challenging him for free star chips. Talk about some level of guts.
Hey, do you have to be so insulting?
This time she was being truthful.
Huh?
This is the third time before the duel has even started that Taya has insulted Joey and basically had no confidence. Yuki can sense the future love connection between these two and says, I will absolutely not get in the middle of this, plus Joey is his own man, he can fight his own damn battles. Once again, Taya and Tristan showing absolutely no confidence, but they were just asking him to fight an easy duelist, and Joey decided to fight what is potentially the top 3 duelists on the island to prove himself in Grandpa's training that he did not even complete. So Joey was smart enough to know he needed field power bonuses, but not smart enough to check the field that they were going to fight on. A+. They say the field is 40% forest, 40% mountain, and 20% meadow, but I don't understand where the mountains are in this open forest field. Now we've come to the part where Joey asks Mai why she duels, and Mai simply answers for the money, fame, and cars. Simple enough. But not a good enough answer for Joey, who says that it's only okay to play a children's card game if you're trying to cure your sister's blindness or save your grandfather's soul, as those are the only 2 acceptable reasons. Everyone else on the island may as well just leave because their motives are most likely impure then. Before this duel begins, I'd like to recap Joey's dueling record. Joey has dueled twice on screen, once in episode 1 and lost to Yugi, and once again to Taya in his training arc, meaning that he has been defeated by someone who's never had an on-screen duel up until this point. Now with this in mind, and having not completed the training from Grandpa earlier, I don't know exactly where he comes into play as thinking he can win any duel. But my god, if I'm not going to be honest, in that every Joey duel is probably my favorite duel in the series. Joey does nothing but ass pull anime or a farm moments, and they are absolutely glorious. So the duel starts, and Joey actually does an acceptable opening move. He makes use of his field power bonus and summons a decently okay monster at this point. But this is when Mai starts pulling off the most useless parlor tricks I've ever seen in a Duel Monsters match. Mai places all of her cards face down at the start of the duel and starts making some humming noises like they matter, and then picking up the cards knowing exactly what they are while face down and then playing them. My question is, why does this at all matter when they're your starting hand anyways? It doesn't change what you could have done if you had looked at them. But this is enough to rattle Joey, and he absolutely freezes in his place. After Mai hits Joey with a confusion debuff from her useless magic trick, Joey swings with his samurai into Mai's Harpy Lady, completely forgetting what I'm hoping Yugi's grandpa would have taught him at one point, which is that his deck is 35 monsters and all on the ground warriors and terrible against flying types, but nope, he did not.
So Joey blew it already?
No!
Taya showing off that she must have watched a bootleg version of My Little Ponies because her definition of friendship as magic is different than everyone else's. As she continues to berate Joey and say has he completely blew it already after the first move. Tristan making sure to throw in an insult, calling Joey a mophead while also saying that he's not ready for the duels. Mai later calls them cheerleaders, but I haven't heard one cheer of positivity come from anyone on the sideline except Yugi. Yugi has started talking to Joey like a toddler and giving him basic advice such as, please think about what you do before you do it next time. And to my surprise, what I just said is still nicer than anything Taya or Tristan has said to Joey since the start of this duel. At this point, Joey has gotten completely caught up in Mai's ridiculous party trick and has started just throwing out worthless monsters or playing defensive, just letting her have her way with them. Yugi tries to give Joey some constructive cheers by saying remember what his grandpa taught him, but he seems to have not even taught him that ground monsters were weak against flying types. A+ to grandpa. Mai starts getting a little heavy-handed about how friendship is never going to help you win a card game and how it's useless, and then Yami says please hold my beer. Joey then starts talking like a Jeffrey Dahmer victim, saying that whenever Yugi gets that look in his eye, he can't help but believe every word he says. Mai then brings up the massive elephant in the room and that Joey needs the prize money to cure his sister's blindness, but if Yugi doesn't win the prize, then he cannot get his grandpa's soul back from Maximilian Pegasus. Joey essentially pushes this thought to the back of his head, says me and Yugs are best friends, and that would never happen because Yugi doesn't really need money. Right, Yugi? Joey then closes his eyes to concentrate on how to win the game, and as a result ends up smelling the 40 different perfumes Mai sprayed on her cards before the duel began. My question is, 40 perfumes. Have you smelled 2 perfumes on you? It is absurd. Her deck is a walking biohazard. And you're telling me Joey could only smell it once his eyes were closed in an open field next to all these people? I can't believe it. Mai then gets all shocked when she says, how could an amateur like you figure out my card technique? Like you didn't spray 40 different perfumes on your cards. Taya and Tristan finally giving their first bit of emotional support since the beginning of the duel. Mai finally brings up the smartest thing about her parlor trick and that it actually doesn't matter to the end of the duel. She can win without it because it's completely worthless. Joey says that now he's going to win because now he knows who he can trust. Who couldn't he trust before? He couldn't trust himself just because she was placing cards face down? I need you to make more sense. Joey then makes a big deal about his next play and simply summons Baby Dragon in defense mode, which by itself would have absolutely been washed by the Harpy Lady on the field, but thankfully Mai played a card that for some reason is going to act like Fusion and Rituals as she summons Elegant Egotist Harpy Ladies out, and now she can't attack this turn, giving Joey his extra turn he needs. Yugi then starts giving out some accurate but kind of useless advice, mentioning how she's just buffing one monster and how if he can deal with that one monster, he's probably going to win, which in retrospect is obvious. The art on Time Wizard changes from scene to scene. Yugi's hand it's one way, and to the Joey's hand it's another. Screen magic. Joey then remembers Time Wizard and how he needs it to win this duel, and without it he stands absolutely no chance because in his 40-card monster deck he's only got one effect monster. Beginning to believe in the heart of the cards, he goes to draw it, and then that's when Yugi's spirit draws it for him, and this is my headcanon, and you can't change it otherwise. Yugi cheated here. This is the only time I can think of in the entire series that Time Wizard didn't need to flip a coin or spin a wheel to get its effect to happen. He just summoned it, played it, everything happened, went awesome for Joey. Good job. And then Joey proceeds to attack 3 Harpy Ladies at the exact same time with his 1000 Dragon. To be fair, it is a massive dragon. It should be able to do that, but by the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh, it's one at a time. Please don't cheat. Joey then says Mai never stood a chance because she never cared about anything but herself. In a way, throwing her down and saying she was never half the duelist he was because he had an actual reason. And just like that, we made it to the end of the duel. But not to the end of the video, as I hinted in the beginning, we are going to show you how this would really go down in real life. And what we did to fix Joey versus Mai. Alright. I will summon out this alpha wolf and end my turn.
Well, Wheeler. I'm gonna activate Hoppy's hunting ground.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Then I'm on normal summon Harpy Lady.
Yeah, you gotta pop your own field spell now.
Fine. Then I'm gonna play Elegant Egotist.
Oh my
Turns my one
lord.
Harpy into 3.
If only you didn't waste your field
My Harpy
spell.
Lady sisters.
This is not good.
And then I'll activate Cyber Shield.
What is this?
And then I'll activate Follow Wind.
What the hell?
Harpy Lady, destroy his wolf. Harpy Lady's sisters, attack directly.
Oh, this is already looking bad. But you know what Joey's number one strength is in the show? What's the thing that got him out of every bad situation? Say it with me, folks! Time roulette, go!
No.
You know it! You know it! Let's go!
No!
Time roulette never misses!
Ain't no way. That just happened. Well, I think this is it for me.
Just like in the real Duel, right when Time Wizard blows up your whole field, the game just ends. It doesn't even matter. You know what's even better? Polymerization! Make 1,000 Dragon out of your Time Wizard roulette powers! 1,000 years have aged my baby into the ultimate being. And I summon the protector of the throne. Is this... It's enough! Sword and shield switch! Attack directly! Nostrous fumes!
Mila, I'll give you a kiss now!
And just like how it went in the anime.
That was fucking...
Hey guys, just want to say thanks for making it to the end of the video. I know it was a lot, and I've had a blast making it, and I can't wait to do the entire rest of the series to come. I'm going to try to do them in order, but if there's any you'd like to see specifically first, please leave a comment down below, and I'll try to get to them. But make sure you like and subscribe to see the rest of them. After that, see ya.